What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update and third stimulus package update. As both the House, the Senate, and the House and the Senate have passed the bill, and President Biden signed the bill into law just yesterday. I'm going to give you the latest details of when to expect the checks, what's going on with that, as well as the new information coming out about garnishments on the third stimulus check package and what to expect going forward. We're literally getting new information coming out here by the day as this bill is now passed into law. We're getting a lot of new information about when we might expect the checks, as well as the other buckets of money, the child stimulus checks, the child income tax credits, the earned income tax credit for adults, new information on garnishments coming out, possibly on the stimulus checks. I'm going to walk you guys through all that information, as well as the mortgage and rental assistance, utility assistance, and property tax assistance coming out in the near future from this bill as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates on the third stimulus check and these other buckets of money, these other mini packages inside the third stimulus check bill, as well as state and local county stimulus checks that we will be seeing in the near future, as well as the $10,000 of student loan forgiveness, the potential $15,000 home buyer credit, and the $200 per month Social Security increase, all of which President Biden wants and is in favor of. And we will likely be seeing standalone bills or future stimulus package bills on those very specific items. The next stimulus check package, called the Build Back Better package, has already been announced. They've already been working on it in the background, and I've kind of got some comments over the last few weeks before they passed the third stimulus check. Why are they already working on the next stimulus package when they haven't even passed the third? Well, it's a good thing they did that because, these packages can take some time, and them having already worked on it in the background is good news for us. We already have dozens of Democratic senators and House of Representatives pushing for not only just one stimulus check in the next package, but multiple monthly reoccurring stimulus checks until the pandemic is over. I think at worst case scenario, we'll probably see at least one more stimulus check, as an inside source from President Biden says that he does not want to only have one stimulus check underneath his belt when former President Donald Trump had two underneath his belt. So we will see going forward. Don't forget to hit the like button, and let's jump right in. President Joe Biden says some surprising new information about vaccines coming out and also the future.
I want to talk about the next steps we're thinking about. First, tonight, I'm announcing that I will direct all states, tribes, and territories to make all adults, people 18 and over, eligible to be vaccinated no later than May 1. Let me say that again. All adult Americans will be eligible to get a vaccine no later than May 1. That's much earlier than expected. Let me be clear. That doesn't mean everyone's going to have that shot immediately, but it means you'll be able to get in line beginning May 1. Every adult will be eligible to get their shot. And to do this, we're going to go from 1 million shots a day that I promised in December, before I was sworn in, to beating our current pace of 2 million shots a day, outpacing the rest of the world. Secondly, at the time when every adult is eligible in May, we will launch, with our partners, new tools to make it easier for you to find the vaccine and where to get the shot, including a new website that will help you first find the place to get vaccinated and the one nearest you. No more searching day and night for an appointment for you and your loved ones. Thirdly, with the passage of the American Rescue Plan, and I thank again the House and Senate for passing it, and my announcement last month of a plan to vaccinate teachers and school staff, including bus drivers, we can accelerate massive nationwide effort to reopen our schools safely and meet my goal that I stated at the same time, about 100 million shots, of opening a majority of K-8 schools in my first 100 days in office. This is going to be the #1 priority of my new Secretary of Education, Miguel Cardona. Fourth, in the coming weeks, we will issue further guidance on what you can and cannot do once fully vaccinated to lessen the confusion, to keep people safe, and encourage more people to get vaccinated. And finally, fifth, and maybe most importantly, I promise I will do everything in my power. I will not relent until we beat this virus. But I need you, the American people. I need you. I need every American to do their part. And that's not hyperbole. I need you. I need you to get vaccinated when it's your turn and when you can find an opportunity. And to help your family, your friends, your neighbors get vaccinated as well. Because here's the point. If we do all this, if we do our part, if we do this together, by July the 4th, there's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout or a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day. That doesn't mean large events with lots of people together, but it does mean small groups will be able to get together. After this long, hard year, that will make this Independence Day something truly special, where we not only mark our independence as a nation, but we begin to mark our independence from this virus. But to get there, we can't let our guard down. This fight is far from over. As I told the woman in Pennsylvania, I'll tell you the truth. July 4th with your loved ones is the goal. But a lot can happen. Conditions can change. The scientists have made clear that things may get worse again as new variants of the virus spread. We've got work to do to ensure that everyone has confidence in the safety and effectiveness of all three vaccines. So my message to you is this. Listen to Dr. Fauci, one of the most distinguished and trusted voices in the world. He's assured us the vaccines are safe. They underwent rigorous scientific review. I know they're safe.
So President Biden says that by May 1st, there will be enough vaccines for all adults that want to take the vaccines at that point, which is less than 60 days. In fact, almost 45 days from now. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. With the passing and the signing of the third stimulus check package bill and the signing by President Biden, the Dow and the S&P indexes from the stock market broke record highs yesterday, as it seems like, at least in the stock market, that the pandemic is in the past and the stock market does not mind at all. The White House says that some people on direct deposit could actually receive their $1,400 stimulus checks by as early as this weekend. Remember, everybody qualifies for the $1,400 stimulus check as long as you, number one, have a Social Security number, and number two, make below the income requirements, which is basically $75,000 for an individual, $150,000 for a couple, and $112,500 for a head of household. As long as you make below that and per year, and you have a Social Security number, you will be receiving this stimulus check. If you have no job at all, stimulus check. If you're on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and you fall under those two qualifications, you will be receiving the $1,400 stimulus check. This also includes $1,400 for your children as well, and all of your children. There's no limit or anything along those lines, and adult dependents and college student dependents. Although them, just like your children, the check will go to the person who claims them as a dependent. Okay, so again, as long as the adult that claims them as a dependent falls under those two qualifications, any of their dependents, adult dependents or child dependents, will be receiving the $1,400 stimulus check. It'll go out likely by as early as tomorrow, possibly, with the $1,400 stimulus checks, if you're on direct deposit and you happen to be in the first wave of direct deposits. If you remember the second stimulus check, there were a lot of delays. Some people that were on direct deposit ended up not even getting the direct deposit and ended up later on getting a check sent to them in the snail mail or even a debit card sent in the mail for the third stimulus check. if you've kept your debit card from before, it looks like they're still going to be reissuing new debit cards. So keep your eye on the mail in the mail. Keep your eye on the mail in the mail. Yeah, keep your eye out for the mail and look for a debit card or even a check in the mail, even if you're on direct deposit. Because if the IRS tries to send you via direct deposit, or they detect something maybe possibly wrong or possibly some possible fraud, they could send you a stimulus check in the mail, the snail mail, or a debit card in the mail. So do not throw them away. It normally comes on a blank white envelope with a treasury seal on it. So if you see something like that, it can be a debit card or a check in the mail, even if you're set up on direct deposit. In fact, comment down below if you got a check in the mail that you weren't expecting or a debit card in the mail that you weren't expecting. Comment them down below and you'll see just how many people got those from the first and second stimulus check that were kind of unexpected checks in the mail. Now, paper checks are expected to go out at least a week later, and you know that these direct deposits and these paper checks go out in waves. They're going to have to print physically millions and millions and millions of checks. So it really just depends on if you're the first or one of the last. Also, if you do any your tax returns through TurboTax, Jackson Hewitt, or Tax Act, or any such similar services or software, your check could be delayed as well. And if it was delayed with the second stimulus check, you know how those delays can be. I will be keeping you up to date with any delays and what might happen here with these going forward and anything that could happen. But let me know if you get your stimulus check down below in the comments, and that will help kind of update our viewers. On garnishments for the third stimulus check, we're getting new information that says basically that potentially private debt collectors can seize your $1,400 stimulus check, although it'll be difficult for them to do it. As you can see here, a warning for Americans who will receive the $1,400 stimulus checks under the third round of the direct relief payments. If you have unpaid debt, private creditors may come after your money. Debt collectors will be able to garnish the stimulus funding that will be distributed from the third stimulus check package, the American Rescue Plan, that the House and the Senate have now passed. The second round of stimulus payments distributed in December barred creditors from garnishing the money. But the Senate was unable to include such protection in the latest bill because of the budgetary rules under which the relief package was approved, aka the reconciliation process. And they had to pass it through this reconciliation process because there was no Republican support. So without any Republican votes, remember, not a single Republican in the House or the Senate voted yes on this bill. They had to pass it through the budgetary reconciliation process, and they may have to do that again in the future for the upcoming or the next stimulus check, the fourth stimulus check, or even more going forward if they can't get Republicans on board. Now, note that the government will not be taking your stimulus check. They have provisions in there for the government. So if you owe money for taxes or even child support, it looks like that it will not be taken from the government agencies. So if you owe money for taxes or anything to a government agency, it looks like you're safe from that, but they weren't able to protect it from private debt collectors. However, I did a bunch of researching and I also read a lot of comments from yesterday. And a lot of comments said that a private debt collector has to sue you to physically be able to garnish your stimulus check. And I did a lot of research and it does look like that is correct. So unless you have a lawsuit against you, it looks like that they probably will not be able to take your $1,400 stimulus check going forward. But if you have a lawsuit or a garnishment against you, they might be able to take it. However, Senator Ron Wyden, a Democrat from Oregon, the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, said he intends to file separate legislation to shield the money from private debt collectors so that, quote, families receive the $1,400 they need to pay rent and buy groceries. So I will keep you up to date as the situation unfolds. We'll have to see if we get another standalone bill here in the next few days to try to shield something like that. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, something that will be happening in the near future is the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credits, that is really kind of the biggest amount of money that everybody gets if you have children. This is in addition to the $1,400 stimulus checks, $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credits that you could be getting in monthly increments of $250 to $300 per month per child by summer. That was included in the third stimulus check package. It's what we call the different buckets of money. There's also an adult earned income tax credit that they're expanding the eligibility for and expanding the amount for. This could likely mean an extra $1,000 or $2,000 for lower and middle income adults, whether you have children or not. This is for the adult kind of income tax credit. The child stimulus check credit, the White House says, can lift up to 54% of children out of childhood poverty. Although I'll be giving you guys new information as this comes out from the IRS and the Treasury Department. And they're probably setting up a portal where we may need to log in to claim these monthly stimulus checks, $250 to $300 per month for the child income tax credits, along with more guidance on the earned income tax credit for adults, which actually could mean, like I said, an additional $1,000 to $2,000 for you guys as a tax refund. That was passed in the third stimulus check package bill. We also have two more rounds of mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance coming out from this third stimulus check package, as well as the $350 billion that is going to states and cities. We're going to see more of that money go out to you guys in the form of state stimulus checks, like we just seen California pass their $600 state stimulus check to low income Californians, and Maryland $300 to $500 for individuals and families there. We're going to be seeing more of that here coming in the next several weeks as the states have to use more of that money on you guys this time around. There's a provision in there that says that they do have to do that and they have to use it on more programs to help out their citizens. So I'll be keeping you up to date on all these other kind of stimulus packages and provisions and buckets of money as they become available. Remember, the $1,400 check is really just one thing of this package. There's so many different things in this package, along like healthcare. If you get healthcare from healthcare.gov, you likely may be getting your premiums reduced to zero or significantly reduced from what you pay now, which could save you hundreds or thousands of dollars. And that is another provision that was passed in the third stimulus check package. There's really just so many different things here. I'll be keeping you up to date on all of them. A lot of these things you're going to have to claim, or we may need to log into a portal to get, or we may need to know about them when they're coming out. So I'll be keeping you up to date on all of those, as well as the next stimulus package called the Build Back Better package, which there's already dozens of senators and congressmen pushing for multiple stimulus checks in the next package. Although I expect at bare minimum there will at least be a single check in there if they can't get the monthly stimulus checks. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates on all those different stimulus packages and stimulus bills and things like that. I will keep you up to date, as well as the Social Security increase of $200 per month, the $10,000 of student loan forgiveness or more, and the $15,000 home buyer credit. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.